Hi, I'm Louise and I'm from Studio44 Pilates, and I have come on today to do a Pilates for Runners for Facebook. Pilates going so well. Pilates for Runners session for you. So if you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments and let me know how you got on and if you've got any questions, and I will be back in to answer anything that you will think. So we'll just wait for a few people to come on before we start. I hate repeating myself. So when you come on, please let me know in the comments who you are, where you come from, and if you've done Pilates before. I am kind of assuming that you have with this. If you haven't, then you all can always head over to my YouTube channel afterwards, Studio44 Pilates, where there's a whole playlist for Pilates for beginners, so you can get the very basics and then work it up. So if you need something new to learn during this lockdown, then this may be the time to learn Pilates. Pilates is fab for runners because we need to keep strong in the core and we need to keep strong in our back, as well as keeping those glutes and our legs strong. So it is really, really important to bring it into your routine. I know what I'm like and I teach it. And I also run and I also get injuries. So it's not good. So do let me know. There's no comment. I know it's always a bit delayed with the comments. Sorry, I am going to stand up in a minute. We'll start standing up. But really looking forward to taking you through this. So hello, Becky from the UK. I'm glad to hear it. Are we going to go worldwide like Joe Wicks? That's my... So I'm doing a Pilates session every morning at 8:45 on my YouTube channel, and I want to be like Joe Wicks. I want to get all these viewers. So Michelle, hello, nice to see you here. Good. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to stand. Brilliant. I feel like someone's there for me. I'm going to stand up to start with, because we're going to start with doing some stuff that you could do at any point, and then we'll come down onto the floor. So you will need not necessarily a mat, but you'll need an area where you can lie out. Again, assuming that you have done Pilates before, but I will give you some alternatives if you haven't that you can do. So there's quite a few exercises that we can go through. So first of all, I want you to stand up nice and tall, and I want you to have your feet just hip width apart. Your hips are not that big; they are just hip width, just a bit narrower than you probably think. And we just need, I've got the best top on for this, we just need to find a neutral position, and I will just quickly go through these for these non-Pilates people. So we've all got different postures. I tend to stick my bottom out, have a hollow back. So I want you to just tuck your bottom under, and again, everyone will have different movements of this. What you should find is those glutes start to work. These are really important. And I just want you to pull the tummy button towards the spine just a little bit. This is what we're going to try and stand in. You might find that your knees bend slightly. That's absolutely fine. If, like me, this is slightly uncomfortable, that's fine too. It just feels unusual. It's not hurting or anything. It just feels unusual because it's not my normal stance. So you've got your feet hip width apart. I want you to take the weight through the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. So you've got your weight evenly weighted for the moment. We're going to change this in a minute. So this would be our normal setup if we were just going to do Pilates. Just want you to roll the shoulders. Let's just get into this slowly. Rolling the shoulders. Brilliant. So if you've been sitting a lot or working from home, these are really nice things to do as well. So just one more. Brilliant. Okay, let's just take it side to side. Just warm ourselves up, get that spine moving. Brilliant. Excellent. And one more. Brilliant. Okay, let's take a nice deep breath. We'll lengthen it up. Push down through those feet and come back. And again, taking it up. Good. And one more. Lovely. Well done. Brilliant. Okay, we're runners. Well, I like to think I am. So we need to strengthen our legs, strengthen our core, strengthen our glutes, but we need to do it in a running way so that everything we do is to help us when we're running. Now, when we run, and I'm sure there's lots more experienced runners out there than me, but from a Pilates point of view, when we run, we tend to be on a forward lean, don't we? So that we're propelling ourselves forward. So what I want you to do is take the weight onto the balls of your feet and towards your toes. So the heels aren't lifting up, but you're just taking the weight out of them. And this is where we're going to do some of our exercises. So it's now really important that these glutes are working and this centre is working. And if you need a wall by you, but hopefully you don't, you can. But we're just going to come up into calf raises. So coming up and down, and you're going to keep that weight onto the ball of the feet. So it's a really small movement, but what you probably finding now, it's not good doing on that, probably finding now is that your glutes are starting to work a little bit more and your centre. Brilliant. Now what I want you to do is focus on these shoulders, and I don't want them up here. Do you run and do you find, you can answer these questions afterwards, but if you find your shoulders up here, then we need to take that tension out and work through here. So keep this going. For an ideal, you should be doing 30 of these a day. But you've got plenty of time at the moment, so get going with it. Okay. So while you're doing these, make sure your weight is between your big toe and your little toe, so you're not rolling on your foot. So again, that's really important to do. Brilliant. Good. So hopefully, you see I'm wobbling around all over the place here. Hopefully you can start to feel that in your calves, and it's a really good exercise to strengthen. So I still want you to keep your weight forward, and we can take our legs slightly wider this time. We're going to take it into a squat, so just warming up these legs for me. So we still want to keep that forward lean, and we're going to take it into a squat, so the weight's through the balls of the feet and push up, squeeze those glutes. So it's a forward lean squat. Normally when we do squats, we push up through the heels, but I don't want you to this time. So keeping those armpits lowered, and we are lengthening through that spine as we do it, squeezing those glutes. Good. Let's do 3 more. 3. I just warn you in advance, I'm not very good at counting. I get sidetracked. Last one. My knees clicking away here. And relax. Good. Well done. So again, you can go away, you can pause me, you can redo this, and you can do a lot more. So that would be a good thing to do. So this time I want you to take the weight. I want you to take 1 foot in front, 1 foot behind. And I want you to take the weight onto that front foot, and if you can, onto the ball of that foot, but it's not as necessary. I want you to use that centre, so draw that pubic bone towards the belly button. Take your arms out in front for me and lower the armpits. And using the glute only, I want you to lengthen and lift that leg. Lengthen and lift that leg. Lovely. So squeeze that glute. If it's not working, prod it. Get it working. You need the mind to tell it to work. We're going to stay here and do a few more. Good. So what you can do is take the opposite arm, so swimming on standing up. But it's a really nice one for these glutes and to strengthen these glutes. I don't know how many I've done. I'm going to do 2 more. And you'll find that the other wet leg is really, really working. Let me change that around. Let me come off my... Oh, no, I won't. Okay, so do the other side. So we're going to take that leg forward and take the weight onto the ball of the foot if we can. Lower those armpits, arms out. So using that glutes, we're going to take it up. Good. Squeezing that glutes, and it's opposite arm, opposite leg. So taking it there. So if this is hard to do and your balance isn't great, then just lift it off a little bit. But if you can take it further, but make sure the work's coming through that glute. So lifting from here. Legs should be straight, not bent for me, because then you tend to lift just the sort of from the knee, so it's not affecting those glutes. Good. Let's do 2 more. Brilliant. Last one, and relax. Well done. So again, let me know how all these go afterwards, and if you can feel them, if it's working for you. So now, still standing, don't worry, we will get to the floor. We are going to do a roll down. So we need to stretch out all this area. So we're going to stand nice and tall to start with. We're going to take the chin to the chest. We're going to breathe out as we do so, letting the head relax, let the arms relax, and go as far as you can. If you can't go to your toes, that's fine, but I quite like you to try and get stretched through here. Draw up through that centre. Start to squeeze the glutes as you come up and standing nice and tall. By the way, you don't need to be on the ball of your feet for this one, otherwise you might fall forward. So we're going to do this 3 times, breathing out as you do so. Good, and back up. Pull it up through that centre, squeezing those glutes and standing nice and tall. And 1 more. Good. So really focus on the movement and breathing, which is a really nice thing about Pilates. And coming back up. Good. Okay. From here, I want you to take 1 foot in front of the other. Don't have your feet too close together, otherwise you're likely to fall over, so have them slightly wider. So we are going to take, just make sure I've got enough room, we're going to roll down and take the opposite arm to the outside of the foot. And then the other arm, we're going to come up and twist. Good. So it's a really nice stretch. Great after running. Come back down, roll back up, stand nice and tall. And let's do that 1 more time. So we're rolling down. Good. From here, taking it round, having a nice stretch. Brilliant, well done. And of course, we have to do the other side. So take it the other side. So again, remember, don't have the feet too close together. So you roll down, breathing out, good. Take the hand to the outside of the thing. And you can either do this with a bent arm or a straight arm, it's up to you. Brilliant for balance, this. So I hope no one's fallen over. Good, and relax. Roll down again, sorry. Lovely. And take it around. Brilliant, good. So you can take a little bit longer with that if you'd like to. Good, well done. Right, from there, just let me move my camera so you can see me because we're going down onto the floor. So bear with me. So I want you to come down onto all fours. This is where you get to see the mess of my room. I think you'll see me there now. Good. Okay. So from there, we're going to go onto all fours. Now, all these exercises are Pilates exercises, but I'm really focusing on what will help us for running. So we're going to start on all fours. So I want your knees underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders. Lengthen through that spine and just lower those armpits. You should feel those shoulder blades going down your back. Now don't look down here because you don't need to see your legs. What I also want you to do is pull that tummy button to spine. Now, you probably know this exercise, but we're going to do it in control. So we're going to slide one arm and the opposite leg away, and we're going to lift from the glute. There's a lot of glute work going on here, and lift from the shoulder. So it's a nice, slow movement. So we're going to breathe out and breathe in. Now, what I want you to focus on is that that back doesn't go. So you breathe out, breathe in, using the glute, pull up through that center. So I'm not lifting my leg too high that happens. Okay, I'm coming back in. Lovely. And again, keep lengthening through that spine, take it up, squeeze the glute, pull up through that center and come back. You're going to keep going. Good. So hopefully, and again, focus on that breathing and really make sure that you are drawing that tummy button towards your belly button. That's a really basic way of telling you. If you do Pilates anyway, just engage that center, draw that pubic bone towards your belly button. So keep checking those shoulders. We have a tendency for them to come up. We're going to do one more each side. So bring it up. Good. And last one. Breathing out. Right, I want you to hold this here if you can. Keep those hips square to the floor, and I want you to really lengthen through your fingertips and your toes. So holding it here. Keep the breath going for me. And you're going to hold it for 10, 9, really lengthen, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring that back. Take it the other way, lengthening through that spine and lengthen through the fingertips to the toes, lower those armpits. So again, check that the hips are square to the floor, you're not leaning over too much. And we'll hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. Just take that into a cat stretch for me. So tap the tailbone under, let the head hang. You're almost trying to bring that pubic bone towards that belly button and come away, lengthening through that spine. Brilliant. And again, tucking under. Good. And away. Lovely. So from here, we're going to work the glutes and the hamstring. I think hamstring is an area we forget about as runners, and we need to work on it. So we're staying on all fours, and we're going to come up to here. So what I want you to do, again, is to make sure your hips are square to the floor. So you might have to adjust through the weight through your hands or take them slightly wider. The knee is level with the hip. From here, you're going to push up, and you're going to push up. So I'm using my center so I don't lose that, don't have too much movement in the back. I'm going to go up. So let's do 6. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and 1 for extra because I think I only did 2 before. Brilliant. Good. So what hopefully you're feeling is that hamstring coming in. You might have cramps in it as well, so apologies for that. So let's take it the other side. So get that hip level with that knee. Lengthen through that spine. Again, you don't need to look down at your foot. You're going to push it up. So again, keep your hips square to the floor. You're pushing up. Taking it up. Squeezing those glutes. Pull up through that center. I have no idea. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. And just take it down on your heels and have a stretch. Lovely. Good. Okay, the next one, so that I don't have to keep moving my camera, I might lose my head. Oh, not too bad. So as long as your knees are all right, this is quite a nice one to do. Well, it's not nice. My nice and everyone else's nice is a bit different. So we're going to tuck that tailbone underneath us. Those glutes should be working. And if you think about your breastbone and your pubic bone in line, you are probably in neutral. Okay, so this one's brilliant for, it's called the thigh stretch. It's brilliant for the thighs. If we go back as far as we can, we'll get those hamstrings in as well. So we're going to take the arms out in front. We're going to come back from those knees. And that's the only bit that's working. Keep those hips forward. We're going to hold it here. Breathe in, both arms away and right next to the wall, and come up. And breathe out as you come back up. So again, tuck those tailbones under. If you've got dodgy knees, then this might not be the one for you. Take it out and back, and come back up. Lovely. Let's do 2 more. So tuck it under. Squeeze those glutes. Yes, you can feel it at the front of your legs. Take it over. I'm just about to get cramp. So that's another thing. If you're getting cramp in your toes, get a cushion. Put your toes on it, and it just takes you out of, let's do 1 more. Takes you out of flexion, which tends to cause the cramp. So it's not a brilliant one, that one. Good. Okay, from there, I want you to take 1 leg forward. I want you to tuck the tailbone under, get that glute working, and draw that tummy back to the spine. We're going to take this arm up in the air, sorry, you can't see it, and take it over to the side. So you're pushing into that stretch, so it's your hip flexor stretch, really pushing into it, but also getting a nice stretch down the side. Lovely. Good. Let's change and do the other side. So tuck that tailbone under, come forward, draw that center, take this arm up, so you're going to take it over to the side, lengthening down that side. Brilliant. Good, well done. Okay, from here we're going into a plank. So I'm just going to assume at the moment that we're all really fit and strong and that we can do this. If you need to take it down onto your knees, you can do. So I want you to come down onto your elbows. Let's go from this position. Come down onto your elbows, lower those armpits. You're going to take 1 leg away. Now, when you take this leg away, forward a bit, I want you to squeeze that glute on that side and engage that center. You're going to take the other leg away and you're going to hold it here, okay? So from here, keep those hips squared to the floor. I want you to drop 1 knee and then the other. So what we're trying to do is replicate quite a lot of running movements while we do this and keep that pelvis nice and strong. So the pelvis being strong is really important when you're running. Good. Let's do 2 more if you can. Sorry, I forgot to give you a breather. Come back and take it back. Lovely. Just checking time. So again, you can do that a few more times. It's a really nice one to do. Or you could use any of these movements and just do them individually. So that's quite a nice one to do. Right, this one I love. Hoping we've got time and you've got time. I'm assuming we have. We haven't got a lot to do these days unless you are working. Okay, let's take the elbow underneath the shoulder. Hips on top of each other and knees just bent but slightly back. So we're going to come up. We'll start this off to begin with. We're going to come up, squeezing those glutes, pushing those hips forwards. Okay, so my glutes are working, my center's working, my hips are on top of each other. Come back down. If this is enough for you, then just keep going with this. Try and get the weight through those knees as you come up, squeezing those glutes. Good. And back down. So we're going to change it now. So we're going to take it up. Ooh, I need to go on my mat. And here, keeping the feet together, we're going to work into a clam. So we're working all the way down this side of the body. The glutes are working. And we're also working this glute as well. We'll do 1 more. Brilliant. Excellent. Good. From there, you're going to come up again. Push it forward. Take the leg nice and long, and you're going to take it forward and back. Now, this is quite a hard one to do. So again, you might need to build up to these levels, but I'm just showing you what you can do with all this to help your running. 1 more. Good. So use that glute as you take it back. Brilliant. And relax. Well done. We're just going to change over and do the other side. Brilliant. So get yourself set up. Elbow underneath the shoulders. You need to push down to feel the length through that side and knees on top of each other. So we'll start off with a few just to get ourselves in the position, taking it down and again. So push those hips forward, glutes working. Lovely. Again, if this is enough, just do this. Make sure you take some weight into the knee. So hold it here. We're going to take it into a clam. And when you do this, try not to let yourself roll back. So you can probably see from here that I haven't got as much movement this side, but I can really feel it in the glute below, and I will start to feel it on here. Let's do 2 more. Good, last one, and come back down. You're working up a sweat yet, or was that just me? Okay, come up. Sit nice and tall for come up, hips forward, glutes working. Take that top leg out, so we're taking it forward and back. And again, remember, I'm just building this up to show you what you can do. So this might be too much for you at the moment, and just use it to build up. Let's do 2 more. So the glutes working here. I've got to keep lengthening. I've got to use this center and bring it back down. Well done. Good. Okay, let's keep going. I'm probably going to be a bit longer than I said, but hey ho, this is all good stuff. So we are going to do a shoulder bridge. So heels need to be under the knees, arms down by the sides. So heels level with your seat bones. So keep the collarbone nice and open. Again, the work comes from the center, which is your glutes and your center here, the core. So we're going to push the lower back into the mat and start to lift the bottom off, squeezing those glutes, and then peeling that spine off the mat. Now, as you do that, keep tilting this pelvis as you come up, breathing out as you do so. In breath at the top, and breathe out as you roll back down. So you're trying to place each part of that spine back down onto the mat. Lovely, good. And again, take it up, breathing out, squeeze those glutes. So again, it's a lot of glute work, isn't it? Whew. And there's so much more we could be doing as well. Anyway, if you want to, come and join me on YouTube on 8:45 every morning, Monday to Friday, just before the body coach, because I am taking, I'm doing a 10-minute Pilates session. Good, in breath and then back down. Lovely. Good, let's do one more because I'm quite enjoying this. Where are we going after that? Good. Okay, brilliant, well done. Lovely, from there, bring one leg up for me. So we need to find that neutral if you know your Pilates. If you don't, just push your lower back into the mat very slightly so we protect it. We're going to bring one leg up here. Take that down for me. So I want you to breathe out as you bring the leg up, and breathe in as you take it down. So again, this is emulating what you do in running to a certain extent, isn't it? Because we're coming backwards and forwards with our legs pushing, powering through. Okay, we're going to hold it here. If you can, and I don't want your back to lift up, so if this is too much, just stay with one leg. We're going to bring the other leg up. From there, we're going to take it away. So you need to engage through the center. So breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. And again, breathing in, breathe out. So this is called the one leg stretch, and again, it's like a running motion. So we could do this for 30 seconds, we could do this for 3 minutes, just to get your body used to it. Lovely, good. Now, if you're happy with this, stay there. If you've done Pilates before, stay in that neutral and curl yourself up, and we'll take it into one leg stretch. Lovely. Let's go. Brilliant. Let's do 4 more. 4. Keep those armpits lowered. 3, 2, and relax. Brilliant. Well done. From there, again, if you're a Pilates person, you'll be able to do this. If not, just sit yourself up. So we're going to take the arms ahead of us, above our head even. Squeeze the glutes, engage that center. We're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, so it's a really nice mobility exercise, we're going to take it forward into a spine stretch and sit nice and tall. Good. How are we doing? Hopefully, okay. Right. From there, we're going to take it onto our stomachs, and we're going to do an extension exercise. We are nearly there, I promise you. Okay, so from here, I want you to take your hands so the elbows are level with the shoulders. We're going to push our pubic bone to the floor and squeeze our glutes. So that's us trying to get into neutral. So, and draw that tummy button spine. So imagine that you have a drawing pin underneath it, so you don't want to pierce your belly button. So we're going to look at the floor. We're going to lengthen through the spine, lower those armpits, and with our chest only, we're just going to lift up, breathing out as we do so. Breathe in as we come back down. And again. So what we're trying to do is get the extension in the back. Now, as a runner, this is actually quite nice because we're leaning forward and we might stretch out through the shoulders. If you are also working from home and sitting at a desk that is not suitable for you, this is a brilliant exercise. Good. Now, you shouldn't feel this in your lower back. If you do, readjust. Pubic bone to the floor, glutes working, center working. If you've got those glutes working, push them a little bit harder if you can. Good. Imagine you're being pulled from the top of your head, so you are looking at the floor all the time. Good. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. See if you can go a bit further. Start to put a bit of weight through those arms, but not much, just to lift you up a little bit higher and keep those armpits lowered as you come up. Let's do one more. Brilliant. Good. Oh, that feels nice. Excellent. Okay, back on your heels. And let's take one arm across the body so you get a nice stretch through that shoulder. Lovely. Change sides and do the other one. Good. And relax. Sit yourself up if you can. Bring it here, and we'll just do a mermaid stretch to finish. So take the, keep looking ahead, take the arm up and take it over, lifting the rib cage towards the ceiling. Brilliant. And back and take it the other way. So you've got a lovely stretch down here. Good. Change sides. Take it the other way. Take it up. Lift that rib cage towards the ceiling. That's it. Well done. And back. Good. And relax and give yourselves a clap. Well done. Love to know what you thought, your comments, anything you want to ask, do let me know, and I will come back in and answer as much as I can. Pilates is fabulous for running, and I hope this has shown you that it is. So there's lots of things you can do. Come and join me, as I've already said, on YouTube every morning at 8:45 for a 10-minute Pilates session. 10 minutes is enough if you do it daily, and it will really help, and it's really good for after running. If you not got time to do it or want to do it in your own time, then do pop over to my website, which again, I'll put a link below, where I have a membership of 10-minute Pilates, and you can do, there's over 100 Pilates, 10-minute Pilates sessions, and there are some for after running, and I think I need to put this one in as well. So it'll hopefully be there soon. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the mat again soon. Take care, everyone, and stay safe.